House. Things are going to be very different around here. This was a necessary step to bridge the gap, to put us into that moment where we can put our fingerprints on the final decisions on spending for 2025. We also, in this bill, as you know, took care of Americans who desperately needed and deserved the assistance. We had a record hurricane season. Hurricanes Helene and Milton in particular did dramatic damage across at least 6 states. The Carolinas, Virginia, from Florida, Tennessee, all the way through. And they had been waiting for the federal government to assist. We did that tonight in this bill. We also took care of our farmers, many of whom are on the brink of collapse because of Bidenomics, frankly, because the inflationary cost of their inputs and the inability they have right now to get loans from the banks and the lenders to put their crops in the ground, to put the seeds in the ground in the spring. So we had to take care of that, and we did. We are excited about this outcome tonight. We're grateful that everyone stood together to do the right thing. And having gotten this done now as the last order of business for the year, we are set up for a big and important new start in January. We can't wait to get to that point. We encourage swift passage in the Senate now. They need to do their job as the House just did. We will all go home. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year, because I hope not to see you until we get back after that. I was in constant contact with President Trump throughout this process. Spoke with him most recently about 45 minutes ago. He knew exactly what we were doing and why, and this is a good outcome for the country. I think he certainly is happy about this outcome as well. Elon Musk and I talked within about an hour ago. And we talked about the extraordinary challenges of this job. And I said, hey, you want to be Speaker of the House? I don't know. He said, this may be the hardest job in the world. I think it is. But we're going to get through this. We are going to unify this country, and we are going to bring the America First agenda to the people beginning in January.
I think he is an honest man and has done an excellent job.
All right, that's it for House Speaker Mike Johnson here. He says things could be very different next year when Republicans take control of the House and the Senate will have control of the White House when President Trump takes over again. He says he spoke with President Trump 45 minutes ago and that he spoke with Elon Musk about an hour ago. We'll go down the line here back with the panel. Mark, what'd you think?
So he just spoke with Donald Trump, and he's been in constant contact with him. Do you think Schumer and Jeffries have been in constant contact with President Biden? I don't think they have been. I mean, it's quite remarkable development. I mean, Trump is effectively behaving. He's not president yet, but he's effectively the president. Joe Biden, they told us that Joe Biden was capable of serving 4 more years. He hasn't been able to serve the 2 months. Since the election. He fell asleep at a table in Angola. He's left a massive vacuum that Donald Trump has stepped in and filled. Donald Trump has had more of an impact on what's happening on Capitol Hill today than the sitting president of the United States.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like what you saw with all the foreign leaders the moment Donald Trump was elected. Mm-hmm. They're all going to Mar-a-Lago, treating him as if he were the actual president. It is kind of crazy right now. Democrats control the Senate. Democrats control the White House. They all but control the House. And yet this whole discussion that we're having is on the terms of what the Republicans would like to see going forward. And it's still a month out until we're dealing with that. And on that note, some of what you were just talking about there with Biden, it's a very dangerous situation until we're out of this, given what the Wall Street Journal reported this week about how he is not mentally there and everyone around him knows it.
And real quick one, Democrats still, for a few weeks, have the White House and the Senate. Could they have exerted more control on this process?
I think they did. There was a deal. The deal got blown up because of dissension in the Republican ranks. It wasn't the Democrats who blew up the deal. I think the American people know that. And secondly, it was a deal that the President Biden and the Democrats had agreed to. The Republicans had agreed, Republican leadership, and then it got undermined by the outsider, Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I was struck to hear Speaker Johnson say that he said to Elon Musk, this is a tough job, and Musk agreed and said, this is an impossible job you've got here. It sounds to me like, wait, so the president is Elon Musk? Oh my God.
Actually, I just have to be fair.
Juan,
it got blown
get
up
over it.
people got
You
a
lost.
Feel for what was in this.
No,
bless your heart.
There was a deal.
There was a deal, but
Panel, we are going to have so much more on this after the break.